Don't go outside with a wet head, or you'll catch your death of cold. Most parents believe that this old wives' tale is true to some extent, but they would be surprised to find out that it is totally fictitious. This wives' tale myth has been passed around informally, usually from parent to child. I found some of my information from the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. My second source is an article from the Respiratory Medical Journal titled "Cold Temperature and Low Humidity are Associated with Increased Occurrence of Respiratory Tract Infections. Viruses and low humidity are the real reasons for catching the common cold." Colds are not caused by wet heads. They are caused by viruses. According to the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, there are more than 200 different viruses that cause the symptoms of the common cold. The main virus is the rhinovirus, and there have been 110 different variations of the rhinovirus identified by scientists. About 25% of people that become infected show no symptoms of the common cold, and it is known that between 10 to 15% of adult colds are caused by viruses, but 30 to 50% remain unidentified. They are presumed to be viral. They remain unidentified because some viruses are hard to grow in the lab. These viruses are spread through contact from someone that has the virus already or through the air. It is said that a person covering their mouth during a cough isn't enough, because some of the droplets have the virus in it and they escape into the air and either get breathed in by a person or land on a surface. There is no evidence that you can get a cold from exposure to cold weather. Some research does suggest, though, that psychological stress and allergic diseases affecting the nose or throat may increase a person's chances of getting a cold virus. Cold weather is a factor when catching a cold, but it's not the temperature, it's the humidity level. Cold winter air is less humid than warm summer air, and it can dry out the mucus lining of the nasal passages. The layer of mucus lining of the nose is the first line of defense against the common cold. The drying out of this lining makes it easier for viruses to enter the nose and cause a cold. Central heating can dry this layer out, making it less efficient at preventing infections. According to an article titled "Cold Temperature and Low Humidity are Associated with Increased Occurrence of Respiratory Tract Infections," the researchers found in their participants that catching the common cold was linked to low humidity. The major breakthrough that these scientists made was that absolute humidity and not relative humidity affected the chances of catching the common cold. Absolute humidity is the actual amount of water in the air, disregarding the temperature. During the trials, the researchers found that there was a decrease in humidity preceded by the onset of infections. The scientists also reported that absolute humidity decreased linearly during the preceding 3 days before the onset of the common cold. Parents say, "Don't go outside with a wet head or you'll catch your death of cold," to their children without knowing it's untrue. Colds are caused by viruses and low humidity, not by going outside with a wet head.